Okay, so let's start with where I was before I even got to university, right? So I was studying high school at computer science and, just technology and everything like that. From the first year, I know that I wanted to learn about psychology and sociology, those things. And even though I loved graphic and computer and everything like that, and I still do, and it was what I wanted to do, but at the end of the day, I was like, I guess just the diploma is gonna do it for me. I'm not gonna go and study computer for university. I'm gonna probably choose something different, probably psychology or Japanese, because I was studying Japanese at the time. And I genuinely wanted to go and study Japanese. And there is only one class in the whole country that teaches Japanese in university, and that is the Japanese University, sorry, and that is the University of Tehran, the only university that is teaching Japanese in the whole country. And I wanted to be one of those people because I was learning Japanese, right? And so, in order for you to get to that Japanese class, you have to first study English, give the English test or the English concours, which is the test you give for you to get into a university in Iran. And I gave that test, but unfortunately, because of some miss opportunity or something that missed or some misinformation, I wasn't able to sign up for exam needed for the concours, which is next to the concours. There is one main exam for the concours itself, which is like the English for me. So I want to give English, so I take the English exam, and then there are some like public tests, which is like Arabic, Persian, and math and stuff like that, which I also have to take next to it, which I did not sign up for these ones. And the timer for signing up for these ones ran out and I couldn't sign up anymore. So I lost a whole point there, and I knew from that time I was not going to get to that university because I missed the opportunity to sign up. So I only had this one, and I knew this one alone was not going to cut it, even if I, would do it like 100%. I was missing the half. The other half was missing. So even though in the concours itself, I got a really good score in English, but because, like I said, I missed all those tests, I didn't got the university that I wanted. But there was the other university that I could have gone with just my diploma. Yeah, with just my diploma. And it was called the University of Tehran. Yeah, the University of Tehran is like the best university, right? And I could have studied psychology. But even though it was the University of Tehran, it was in Kish. Kish is a small island in south of Iran. And I was like, man, I cannot afford to live in that island. But if there is an opportunity for me to study psychology, my favorite subject in a university, like my favorite university in Tehran, then I would do it, even if it's in such an expensive island like Kish. So I put that university into the options that I had for my university. So there is this list that you have to choose a lot of universities inside of it that you would get applied to one of them based on your score. And I got applied to this university, luckily or unluckily, I don't know, many man. It was just surprising because the only university that was outside of my city and it was on the top 10 of my choices was this one. And I was like, oh my god, I have to pack my bag and go. I have to go to this island, and this island is expensive as hell. How am I going to live in there? Oh my god. It was super stressful. I was dying inside, and how I was going to live. Like, our family is not that rich, not rich at all, honestly. I cannot afford to buy a house or even afford food, even if I was living on the beach, you know. So, but we had no other options. I got accepted and I had to go. So me and my mother, we booked the flights to go to the quiche, and we missed our flights. Yes, the morning we booked our flights, we missed them, and it was awful because the flights are so expensive, and I was there. Imagine you're not even in Kish yet, and you're already minus your. I've already lost money, man. This is not going to work out. I was genuinely dead inside. Like then and then, I was like, this is not going to end well for me. My life has turned into something worse than it was already. Man, but we booked another two flights for the afternoon, and we just sat in the airport like, oh. Man. And then from now, we got there and I was super stressed out. And we go and we speak, we sign me up for the university. And we talk, they say, yeah, there is no room, no dorm for boys. Amazing. Now I have to find a job for myself. I have to find a job that gives accommodation next to everything else. And it was actually worse than that because at first they said they are going to give us a dorm room for boys. And we were waiting and I told my mom, so you can go now, you're no needed here, I can just take care of myself. And she was like, okay, and she booked a flight and got back. And as soon as she got back, they said, no, the dorm room, it's not happening. I was like, man, really? So then I started to look for some works. And well, I found one in a hotel as, what do you call it? A garçon, yeah. I was a garçon in a restaurant in a hotel, which is the worst thing that you can be. Because you're working as hard as those guys who are cleaning their rooms, and you're also working in a restaurant, which is like crazy, man. You have to clean the restaurant and you have to serve the food. And you have to do it cleanly as well and in time and everything. And you have to deal with the chef, the customers, the boss, everything. And it's just awful and the shifts are so long. Oh my god, man. But at least there was food. So that was the only good thing about it. And the food was also really good. So at least that was something. Oh man. And I guess what was the food? We ate the leftovers of the customers. Man. And guess what? All my classmates were rich as fuck. So I'm here working like a poor ass child. And there my classmates are just rich kiddos and all these girls, like they were all girls. No boys, like only two boys other than me. And they were barely my friends, or they were one of them never came, and one of them that always came, you would hardly consider him a boy. They were all rich as fuck. They were all living in a dorm or in their family's house, or they got a house for themselves. And I'm here working my ass off, eating leftovers, shitty, I don't know what the fuck food that the hotel gave us. And man, it was so fucked up. And it was an interesting thing, and I was vocal about it. I was not hiding. I was like, yeah, man. I never said to anyone I was eating leftovers, so that was really embarrassing. I'm always saying it here, and we're getting it already. But it was like a common thing. The leftovers were clean. We only like ate clean leftovers. Like somebody didn't eat like this, and I would like heat it up, so then I don't know, the germs would go out, and I would eat it, and I would like. Mwah. After a hard day of work, that would slap so hard, man. And our restaurant was also really good in quality, so it was good. Like the food was expensive as hell. So we're eating good, right? We were working really hard and with people. Oh my god, I was the youngest, and I also was the only one that came from a city. I was working with people from really, really low cultures, and I was trying to be my best, but I just couldn't. At some point, I became one of them. Like, I was as worse as them they were in the workplace because if you want to live in some place, you have to become one of them. And I knew that, so I became one of them, and I was able to live. But I'll never really lower my dignity, of course. But I try to be one as them they are. At first, the work was from morning to night, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. It was crazy. I did not have time to clean myself for real. And in the middle of that, I would get time off hourly to go to university. Imagine that. Oh my god, man. It was so hard. And my days off were just half a day off. I had to be at work at least a night. So imagine I was working every day for 7 months, or at least every night. And it really took a toll on me, honestly, because the work was not easy. The work had a lot of pressure, a lot of emotional pressure, a lot of stress, and a lot of work. Like physically, I worked so much, my feet were always hurt. My feet always hurted. It was so bad. It was awful. But as the time got on, it got easier. After 2 months, I requested I didn't go to the restaurant at the afternoon shift for their lunch, and they said okay. And after next 2 or 3 months, I said I'm not gonna go for the morning either. I'm just gonna do the night shift because the night shift was a shift that no one was around. The normal shift in the hotel was from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Or, sorry, yeah, something like that. Or 8 from 6, something like that. So that would leave the night shift for people who are overworked or picking up overtime, or just me, who I don't know why or for what reason, but they got a lot of authority over me and they could just tell me whatever because I don't know, man. Yeah, so I was working every night shift nearly alone, especially the last nights, and it was a hard shift to do alone. Like, I mean, there weren't as many people as they were in lunch, but sometimes it would be even more populated than the lunch, and it would just be me and maybe, just maybe two more people. Oh my god, it was so bad, but it made me so tough. Like, I can handle a whole restaurant shift by myself right now. I'm so strong now. It's unbelievable. But yeah, I was making salads. I was a chef as well. Like, imagine that. I was a garçon and a chef at some points. Yeah, the work was awful. They worked us to the bone. And like I said, it got progressively better. And just working at nights was honestly really good. Like, it was like finally I have some days off. But the dorm nights, oh my god. The night that they got me to the dorm room of the work, man, the accommodation that they were offering us, it was hell. I was sleeping on the floor. On the floor. Somebody stole my shoes and I stole them back. Not my shoes, but my lapay, I don't know, my sandals. And I got them back. And they checked everything I had as I entered. So if anybody stole anything from me, I could just report it out. It was really interesting. But I made a lot of friends and it was fun. Knowing people who are poor like myself was honestly really relieving. Knowing everybody are not rich as fuck. So I had more friends at work than at university because I could not connect with them rich fuckers. Oh man, and because I was working and studying, every staff in the university really was fucking with me. Like, you kid, you're gonna be successful. We really like you're doing this. And most of them were like, oh yeah, I was also working when I was your age doing your thing. So they also really liked me, and I was really close to every staff in the whole university. And at first, the university was also really good, you know. My professors were awesome. Like, man, I loved them. Genuinely, I loved them dearly. They were so amazing. They teach, like, when I sat in the conference room when they were talking, I was like, absolute fucking cinema. I want to sit here every day. Yeah, it was awesome. Because as someone who's a smart, for the most of my life, everyone that I've seen have been either fakes or trying to be smart, yeah, abusing their authority. None of the teachers that I've seen have been actually smart or good at really what they were doing. So it is something really rare and powerful and really something worthy for me when I encounter a teacher or professor that is genuinely full of knowledge. It makes me so happy to be around somebody like that. For the first semester, it seemed like that all the hard work I was doing, it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. I was getting the knowledge out of this university. It's all the hard work and everything that I'm going through, it's all worth it. I'm going to be a great psychologist. I knew it. But after the first semester ended, they were like, yeah, your professors, you remember them? Yeah, they're gone. And I was like, what do you mean they're gone? They're like, oh, the good ones. I was like, the good ones? Yeah, the good ones are gone. We fired them. I mean, they didn't fire them, it was the University of Tehran, but they were fired or they were deleted from our schedule of this semester from this university. So they were teaching their own, usual stuff in their own university of Tehran, in the actual Tehran University, but not to us anymore. So that pissed me off hard. I was yelling in the universe, like, what do you mean? Exactly like that. I'm not even making this shit up. Like, when I heard that, I was so mad. And they were like, bro, just chill out. I was like, no, I'm not chilling out, bro. I'm not chilling out, bitch. Shut the fuck up. They just deleted our fucking professors. Who am I going to learn some knowledge from anymore? Like, the people that they replaced them with were so fucking bullshit, man. Oh my god, it was garbage. Garbage. Like, I was like, this guy's gonna teach me psychology? This guy can eat. This guy can barely speak English. What do you mean? He doesn't know anything. Oh my god, and they will like put up this boring ass PDF. Shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna learn anything from you. So yeah, after a while the university just was like, yeah, fuck you. You thought you were gonna learn something? Here. To your fucking face. Something like that. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna quit. Like, from that moment on, I was like, I'm not. The first chance I'm good, I'm gonna quit this university for good. And because we kind of rivaled and wrote some letters to the university telling them please turn back our professors and everything, they also tried to blackmail me, especially saying that somebody caused an English class and they were going to fire them from the university, expel them, but I didn't let them. And well, guess who even can speak English in the whole class? It's me, right? And the thing that we were talking about, I didn't even know about this. Apparently, I was playing a game while the class was on, and I was talking to myself and I caught something out. And apparently, my mic was also on, and so the class was recording, and then the the teacher was the worst teacher that you could ever find on the planet. And she reported this accident. They looked at it and it was like, oh yeah, he caused. And I talked about it like, I was like, dude, like, you're gonna blackmail me on this? You're gonna blackmail me like I have anything to lose anymore? I have nothing to lose. I have nothing. Oh, except a bike that I bought like throughout my working sessions. I bought a bike in middle of like after 3 months or so because the transportation in Kish is awful. Like sometimes the bus wouldn't came for the whole time that I was off my work. So I needed something that I can go to university and come back. That is why I had my bike. That was the only thing I had. I had nothing else. I genuinely, my whole life was just a bag, a bike, and me. That's it. So you're trying to threaten me? I'm just gonna go back to my home, dude. Like in here, you're not teaching me anything. I'm not getting anything. I can't just go back to Tehran and teach Persian and or teach Japanese, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. So yeah, they tried to blackmail me, and I said, "Fuck you. You cannot do that." The good news is, at least from what I've heard right now, that person who tried to blackmail me or tried to threaten me in front of the whole class to scare us has been expelled from the university as well. So at least I now can rest happy in my home, even though I know I'm not in that. I'm not going back to the university, even though I can. Even though right now, like my mom is in Kish right now, and she gone to university and talked and said, "You can go back to university. You know, I would do anything. I would buy you a house." And I was like, "No, man, I don't want that. I don't want anything regarding that. I don't want to be near that university or the students." Now, let's get to that. The students were also really awful. All they care about was their exams and what their score would be. Like, they did not care a single flying fuck about if they're going to learn anything or not. They were just thinking about, yeah, if this professor is going to give us the good score or not. Fucking idiot. You're here to become a psychologist. You're gonna get past this university anyways. Like, are you crazy? You're gonna get to university, everything else is just easy. You just have to study for 4 years. Doesn't matter what you do or study or not, you're gonna get passed anyways. I don't know why they were worried anyways. So that would piss me off so much when they were talking about if this how this teacher is going to take this exam. This is too hard. We don't have any, I don't know, this or that I study from. And I was like, oh man, this is so fucking annoying. All these girls just talking about exams. Like, is that all you really care about? Is this all what university is to you? Just exam? And that was really annoying as well. I can talk about it more, but I feel like that's just the whole thing. And something else is the drama between them. So we had this channel called Drama Time, or at first it was Crush Time, and then because people made so many bad comments behind each other that it became Drama Time. Now, this channel was an anonymous channel. Everybody could just text her anonymously and tell about their crushes. But after a while, it became talking shit about each other anonymously. Like, oh, this girl, she's a whore. She slept with my boyfriend. Not slept, but like she is going back with my boyfriend. She's trying to hit on my boyfriend. She's like this, she's like that. Oh, that girl, she got out with that guy. Oh, that guy, he's taking pictures with that guy. Oh yeah, I saw that guy with 3 girls today. Like, fuck off. What are you talking about? Why are you making this whole university's atmosphere so toxic? Like, who gives a shit? Let them do whatever the fuck they want. It's a university. This place is full of kids with with sexual energy. They want to fuck. So whatever. What did you guess they were gonna do? They're gonna fuck each other, dude. Like, it's full of this kind of dramas. You just stop talking about each other. It's so annoying. And they were especially talking about girls from my class. And it was annoying me so hard because it's like family, you know? If you have a sister, if you have a mother, you don't like when anonymous people talk about badly behind another girl. Because imagine, what if this girl was my sister? What if this girl was my mother? What if this girl was me? You know? And I could not sit out and just shut the fuck up anymore. I was like, okay, it's my time. And I got on that channel and talked very unanonymously. Really mononymous. really calling myself out, saying, hey, I'm that boy from psychology, and fuck you all. for everything that you stand for, don't talk shit about anyone ever again. Because I was saying that girl literally getting paler and she was genuinely getting broken. Like I could see her. She was not happy anymore when she walked up into university. I was talking to her as well a little bit and she was not happy. And I did not want that for her. I did not know her that much. The only thing that I knew that she was a German teacher, which is amazing, and she also was a talented artist. So in my eye, this person, not this girl, this person, this character is an amazing out achiever. She's already smarter than anybody else that I knew in that university. Okay, and she was older than me, and I'm not really into older girls in the whole. And they were all calling, oh, so if you're protecting her, then you're into her, then you're crushing her, or if she's your girlfriend. I'm like, okay, so you guys are like, you would only protect someone and you would only be behind someone when you are thinking that that person is your lover or somebody that you have something in common. You cannot do something as human as just defending someone because they are hurting, because they're just a human. No, there has to be a reason. Why did you help this girl? Maybe just because she was just a girl. Maybe because I did not want to see my classmate hurting. Maybe that is just something as simple and human as that. Maybe you're not human that you're doing this to. And it was a long conversation. It dragged out for days out. And I became so famous throughout the whole university. People did not look into my eyes. Some people hated me. Some people loved me. And it was something interesting to say the least. And man, it was so cringe. Some people that I knew did not look into my eyes anymore. And some people that I didn't know would just come up to me and shake my hand. And I was like, who is this guy that just shake my hand? I was being so confused. I was like, what? This guy just said hello. Why did this guy just shake my hand? This is so weird. And I could just tell everybody knew me in the university once when I was walking past them because their gazes were not gazing. They were not looking at me. Like I would look at someone and they would not look back at me. I was like, okay. And I remember some people would tell me, are you not scared to talk about this? Or they would find you out. Oh, they would find you. I was like, if they would find me, I would find them. I'm not scared of these rich boys. They should be scared of me. I'm the poor motherfucker here sleeping this Alphonse Baluches and working my ass off. If there's anybody who's gangster, it's me. Anybody who's dangerous, it's me. Anybody who's smart, it's me. I'm not scared of anybody. If anybody should be scared of anybody, they should be scared of me. And guess what happened? They ended up scared from me. No one could look into my eyes. The guy would be taller than me and wouldn't look into my eyes. It was genuinely satisfying. They were like, man, you're so pathetic. Genuinely, like I would just look at them and be like, man, you guys are so pathetic, you can't even look into my eyes. Or I just would see a group of people just not coming near me. It was amazing. It was so powerful. I was like, man, I could not wish for something better to happen to me. And well, my classmates were also really cool to me too because I defended them. They were talking shit about the girls in my class and they loved me. Not loving, but they really appreciate what I did for them. I was happy because I genuinely don't like people making other people more miserable. Because you're not human if you're just going out. I mean, let's even say if the girl that I defended was actually as bad or did all the things that they said, which I'm pretty much sure they didn't. But let's say if they did, because I didn't know. So what? Why are you saying all this? What is your reason to expose her? Why should you expose this girl? Did she really do anything that's wrong for you to try to shame her in front of the whole university? Was that so bad? You guys are not. Some people are just not human. Some are just genuinely worse than animals. And they don't deserve a human or a proper respect. And that is what I give them. Not a proper respect, a shot on their fucking faces. and they did not speak anymore. Like after just a few simple conversation with common sense, they shut the fuck up. They shut up. Silence. Until today, I know nobody's talking shit about anybody else, and I'm so happy. At least I came to that university, I made peace, and I left. That's it. I wish I could have done it to more places, honestly. And when you see this kind of stuff, you're like, man, this is just so bad. You'll get disappointed about the people, about the university. You're like, man, I don't want to come into this toxic place. This is sickening me. This air, this whole place is killing me. I'd rather rot alone in my home in Tehran in this bad weather than go into this shitty university in the tropical island of Kish. I don't want that. So that is why I chose to be a Persian teacher. Because I feel like this here is 10 times, no, a million times more valuable than going to a university. Because I don't want to be a slave to the system. Because that's what university is. They don't want to teach you anything. They don't want you to come out something. They just want you to be a good slave. That's what they want. And well, that is not what I want. So this was for this video, and I just recorded this whole video for me, not for anyone else. Because I just genuinely needed to spit this all out, to speak about all of this stuff and tell you why am I here. I've endured a lot. I have gone through a lot of shit I do have heard, and I didn't even tell you a quarter of 1% of it. I just told you a whole really short overall. No one even knows what happened actually to me, what I've been going through and what I've gone through. That is the reason that I'm doing this YouTube channel instead of going to university, because university is not what it should be. It's just a waste of time. Thank you for watching this video. I genuinely appreciate you, and I hope you also defend other people. Don't let anybody bully anyone. Don't let anybody bully you, and don't never ever let anybody disrespect you. If anybody disrespected you, left that place. Even if you needed the money. I did that. But I'm not telling it to everyone. Sometimes you need to take the disrespect to some level, but not always. Fight for your rights. Fight for your respect, because you deserve it. No one is better than you. No one. You are better than everybody else. Always remember that. You are as good as everybody else. No one is above you, and you are not above anybody else. Respect everybody else, and also expect to get respected from everybody else. That is what life is all about. Yeah, that's it. Bye.